Hey guys, what's going on? It's Thrawn Gaming, and today I'm back with another Thrawn's Revenge fleet builder. So today, we're going to be testing out which faction has the best navy. So first up, we have the Galactic Empire versus the Pentastar Alignment. Now, each faction has roughly 200 population cap. Over on the Empire side, they have two Imperial 2 class Star Destroyers and a Tector class. And four Victory 1s, 3 Dreadnought heavy cruisers, and 6 Lancer frigates. On the Pentastar Alignment side, they have 6 of these Precursor Star Destroyers. They have 6 Tartan Patrol Cruisers, 3 Venator class Star Destroyers, and 3 Gladiators, I think. 4 Gladiators. This one just jumped in way back here for some reason. So without further ado, let's let the battle commence. And for some reason, they're already moving forward. So I'm not sure why that was happening, but where did that other Gladiator was just way back there because it was hyperspacing in. Okay, that makes sense. So to start us off, I think the first ship going to be destroyed is going to be this Lancer because it got way up in the middle of everything. Honestly, it's not looking too great for the Pentastar Alignment. They started running forward way too close. Like they were doing things they were not supposed to do. And this little drone ship that I use to spawn units is in the middle of the battle and is actually being shot at. So I would like to spawn in more units at some point. So let's just get that way in the back, shall we? I will say the Pentastar Alignment is heavily targeting those Lancers that were getting in the way. Their Precursors are not doing a whole lot. They're not even doing anything to that Tector. I mean, they are hitting these victories pretty easily. But the Pentastar Alignment is in complete disarray right now. It is not looking very good for them. The Venators are finally engaging. One Precursor's going down. This other one looks like it won't be too long before it goes down. This one got out of range, but is not coming back in range. I'm not sure where that one's going. This one's trying to get away. Gladiators are very short on health, so I'm not sure how much use they're gonna be here. They're not really meant for, capital ship to capital ship combat. They're really meant for more carrier support. Well, there goes one of their dreadnoughts. Now they can focus more on these Star Destroyers and try and take them out. But overall, it looks more like the Empire has a lot of fighter superiority, which is interesting, given as the Pentastar Alignment had way more carriers than they did. Because each Venator has a carrier hangar, Gladiators have a carrier hangar, not a carrier hangar. Wait, did one just hyperspace out? Did a ship just hyperspace away? I wasn't sure I'd heard that right, but then again, I'm not 100% sure. Pentastar Alignment is doing way worse than I thought they would. I'd really hoped that they could pull this one together, because Pentastar Alignment, you know, they're a pretty cool faction, but obviously they just did not have it in the cards for them today. This is the last Precursor alive, second to last Gladiator alive, though not for long, and this is the last Venator alive. That Precursor is going to die off pretty quickly. I mean, they did not do very well. They killed 2 Lancer frigates. The Pentastar Alignment killed 2 Lancer frigates and a Dreadnought. And that's as much damage as they did. Yeah, that was horrible. That was all of them. Let's move on to the next one, and hopefully it's not as much of a horrible disappointment as this one was. Alright guys, we're back with the Empire of the Hand and the Rebellion. So for the Empire of the Hand, we have 3 Phalanx Destroyers, 3 Ascendancy class Star Destroyers, and 3 Ormos class carriers. And on the Rebellion side, we have 3 MC-90s, 3 MC-80s, 2 MC-30Cs, 3 Quasars, and 2 Nebulon B frigates. So, let's get it going. I did get it going, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. Looks like it's just the fighters fighting each other currently. The Empire of the Hand seems to be moving in... Actually, I'm not really sure what they're doing. They're kind of running away. Do they think they're going to lose or something? Because they have pretty much... I think there's the population cap, the number up there is like... There's like a 1 difference. Like, the number's off by 1. But they seem to be chasing each other's tail over there, so I'm not 100% sure why that is. The Ascendancy class Star Destroyer is actually coming into range of the MC-80 and the MC-90, as well as an MC-30C. If they don't do something about this, that Ascendancy class is going to die off really soon. It would also help if they had everybody help them, but it's not seeming like the Empire of the Hand wants to really help out their friends here. Finally, that Phalanx Destroyer's coming in range. But oddly enough, that other Phalanx Destroyer is just all the way out there. He's just noping out of the battle. Interesting. Yeah, that's really weird. Is this MC-30? Yeah, this MC-30C is probably going to go down pretty quickly. That Ascendancy class is almost dead. This MC-90 is actually... no, MC-80 is actually almost dead. The carriers are actually coming into the fight. They have some cannons. They have 2 quad Mega Mazers. Yeah. Wait, did I read that right? Oh, no, they have 2 Mega Mazers and then a quad Mazer cannon. Okay. Oh, wait, did that Ormos carrier just die? Yeah, that Ormos carrier that I was just selecting just died. Interestingly enough, they're not concentrating all of their... What is this Phalanx Destroyer even doing? Honestly, they're just not concentrating their firepower on the targets they need to be. Because they could easily take out one of these MC-90s if they just combined all their firepower onto one single target, which is what they should have been doing a while ago, but just are failing to do right now. Actually, they're concentrating their fire, actually, on this MC-90. It's about to crack its shields. Taking out that engine pretty successfully. These Phalanx Destroyers are a great help to the Empire of the Hand, but they are just failing so hard right now. Like, they're just getting screwed up right now. Finally, this Phalanx Destroyer is deciding to swing back into the battle. Not really sure where it thought it was going this entire time, but who knows, this one's about dead. This one's coming into battle, actually targeting this Quasar, and is about to kill it, and there it goes. This Phalanx Destroyer is almost dead. This MC-90 is almost dead. But this Phalanx Destroyer's shields are failing really quickly. Yeah, if I were that Phalanx, I would just stay right outside of the, effective range of all of these cannons. Because it can hit... Oh, yeah, it's actually doing that. It can hit most of these targets just sitting right there. But it's wasting half of its firepower on starfighters, which I'm not understanding why it's doing that exactly. Interesting choice, but not the most helpful, I'd say. Yeah, most of its heavy cannons are just going towards fighters, and that one Phalanx Destroyer did end up going down. Yeah, it's looking like a loss for the Empire of the Hand right now. That's unfortunate. I really like their ships. They're a really cool faction, but they are just getting absolutely shredded right now. They might get one more kill on this MC-30C. I think they probably will, because that's enough firepower to kill it. Yeah, it's going down. But they did not manage to get a single capital ship kill other than that one MC-80. Will it be able to kill this? I don't think so. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Yeah, that was sad. They did not do as much damage as I thought they were going to do. Well, it's on to the next battle, I guess. Alright guys, we're back, and this next battle is the Greater Maldrude, I believe, versus the Hapes Consortium, or Consortium, however you say that. So, on the Hapes side, we have 5 of these Battle Dragons, 5 of these Nova Cruisers, 5 of these Beta Cruisers, and, well, actually, do we have? Yeah, okay, yeah, we do. And then 5 of these Star Homes. Now, these Star Homes are a lot worse than they look. They look ginormous, but they're only 4 unit cap, and they only have, like, almost 3.5 thousand health and shield, so they're not very good. They're mostly fighter force, like, that's their main strength. Meanwhile, the Greater Maldrude has a Bulwark Mark III, 2 Bulwark Mark IIs, 2 Keldape class cruisers, 2 recusants, and 5 of these CC-7700s. That's the longest name. And they're meant for interdictor cruisers. Oh, these stop. I thought these were meant for starfighters. Okay, well, at any rate, I'm pretty sure these are even. These should be even, because each battle dragon is 16. I mean, there's 5 of them, and there's all these little star homes, those things, and these things. So yeah, it should be about even. So let's get the battle started. Let's go click the battle cam, and we can get it kicked off. Yeah, it looks like the Greater Maldrude barely has any fighter force going for them. Hapes Consortium is it has a lot more fighters, I would say. Yeah, it does have a lot more fighters. These like weird dark purple ones are the Greater Maldrude's fighters, and as you can see, they're not really getting too much out there. Meanwhile, the Hapes fighters are actually able to kind of pound the crap out of these ships back here. I will say, these battle dragons are coming pretty close, and these star homes are just doing absolutely nothing. I'm interested to see. Oh god, that bulwark has a lot more unit population countings than I thought it did. Well, that could be an issue. Yeah, that could be an issue. Yeah, let me check real quick just to make sure that that's not to make sure that this fight is even. No, yeah, I just checked. They are about even. I think there's only like maybe 5 population cap difference between the two. So all in all, it's not terrible. Wow, these Keldapes really have a lot more health than I thought they did. That just tanked tons of those missiles. Jeez. That was a surprising amount of missile tankage. I will give the Greater Maldrude that. Wow. And these Keldape class, which were, I believe they first debuted in the original Empire at War Forces of Corruption. They were incredibly overpowered in that game. I remember in the base game, you could shred people with the Keldape class, because they were the Zon Consortium's big capital ship and response to Star Destroyers in, not just the Keldape class, but they were also using the Aggressor class Star Destroyer. So, They really knew what they were doing. The Zon Consortium really did a good job of picking their ships and troops, because their ships were strong. Their troops were okay. Their vehicles were amazing, and their turrets were just like 5 notches above everybody else's. I will say the Hapes are actually doing a little better than I thought they would be doing right now. I mean, I really hoped that there would have been a more close battle, but it doesn't look like there's going to be, so that's okay, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Let's just watch this. Let's see if we can get an interesting little scene here. No, sort of. Like, not really, though. That Starhome's about to die. This Bulwark Mark III is taking some damage. Though, wait, actually, it doesn't... The Bulwark Mark III's not do very much damage. They must just be tanks, because it's not hitting very hard against the Battle Dragon. It should be melting that. It's doing the exact opposite. Actually, I guess it's not doing the exact opposite, because if it'd be doing the opposite, it would be healing it. It's kind of melting that Starhome, but I think the Starhome's going to be able to kill this Recusant just about now. Okay. Is it going to be able to take out this CC? Yup. I think the Hapes are about done. I mean, they've still got that Nova Cruiser, that Battle Dragon, that Nova Cruiser, and that Starhome, but things are not looking too good. I mean, this Bulwark Mark III, I mean, I'll give the Hapes credit. They did some damage, but not near enough. All they have really are fighters left, which will probably get picked off by that Corvette. This does have laser cannons, though, I think. No, it does not. But somehow they're actually managing to hit the Hapes fighters, interestingly enough. This Keldabe might end up going down to these fighters. Oh, they still have a Starhome left? I didn't know they still had a Starhome left. Interesting. I mean, it's about dead, but, I mean, they still have it. It's running away. This Keldabe's about to go down. Sort of. It has shields, so I'm not 100% sure there. This Keldabe probably will go down, unless the combined fire of these ships can actually tear it apart. What's going on over here? It's like fighters that are invisible dogfighting absolutely nothing. This Keldabe I'm not 100% sure is going to go down, because it's got 2 fighter squadrons chasing it and 3 bulwarks and a Keldabe going after it. Yep. Well, that was it for the Hapes Consortium. I will be back with the next battle, which will probably be Empire and the Rebels, maybe? I think. Actually, no. It's probably going to be the Empire and the Greater Maldry, because we have 3 contestants left, and normally in a tournament it's it's brackets, but we've got 3 people left, or well, 3 factions left, so I'm probably going to give the Rebels a break since they did the best, and we're just going to have the Empire versus the Greater Maldry. So I'll be back with the next battle. Alright guys, I'm back, and it turns out I went back through the footage. The Empire actually did the best because they lost only 1 little ship, and the Rebels lost an MC-90, so we have the Rebels versus the Greater Maldry. Now, they've already started moving for some reason, but the Rebels have an MC-80 Home 1 type, 2 MC-80s, 3 MC-40As, one of these assault cruisers, a Nebula Star Destroyer, and 5 Carillion Corvettes, the CR-90s. Meanwhile, jeez, these things are fast. I didn't even mean for them to come up all the way up here. Meanwhile, the Greater Maldry has 2 Recusants, a Bulwark Mark III, 2 Bulwark Mark Is, 2 Keldabe classes, and 3 of these CC inhibitor ships. Oh, well, not inhibitor, interdictor ships. So, without further ado, let's get the battle started. Jeez, I wish they wouldn't have come so far up. That really sucks. Yeah, that sucks. Oh wait, these things actually have mass drivers? They do have mass drivers. I wonder if that's the only ship that has mass drivers, because in the original Force of Corruption game, they actually did have mass drivers, and that was what made them so effective. Oddly enough, the rebels are actually holding their formation pretty well. The Greater Maldred could use some help from that Bulwark Mark III. Yeah, the rebels are actually doing pretty well. They're doing pretty decently for themselves. I think the only ships the rebels have lost are those CR-90s. They've lost 4 so far, I believe. Because there's 1, and I'm not seeing the others. So, oh no, there's 2. They lost 3, I think. That Bulwark, geez, the rebels are actually really concentrating all of their firepower on one target, which is what all of the factions needed to do, but for some reason just never did. Yeah, rebels doing really well for themselves. Yeah, they've got, I think, fighter superiority right now. Yeah, they do. I'm not seeing any more fighters. Greater Maldred's just kind of given up almost. These nebulas are pretty good. They have a lot of... Their damage output's really good. Let's get this out of here so they don't accidentally target that. This Keldabe's about to have its shields broken. I think they're going after either its mass driver or its concussion missile launcher. Yeah, it's concussion missile. Oh no, they're actually going for both. Never mind. Interestingly enough, this bulwark, well actually these 2 bulwarks never came up. Weird. This MC-80's, yeah, MC-80 winged version's about to bite it, because of the combined fire of the Keldabe 2 bulwarks, and, well, that CC cruiser's not really going too far. I think this MC-40A is next on the Greater Maldred's destruction list, if the bulwark could hit it. So far it is missing all of its shots. What? How is it not? Everybody's missing these little frigates. Can turbo lasers not hit frigates at all? No, it's nailing it now. Sort of. Not really. Sorry, that was the camera. Weird. That's really weird. They're not able to hit frigates almost at all. This Keldabe's slugging it out with a Home 1 type, but their population cap is so very different, I don't think it's going to matter at all. That Bulwark's probably the best match against the Home 1 type. It's got fairly even stats. I mean, this has way less health than the Bulwark does, but the Bulwark has way less health than the Home 1 does, so, I mean, way less shield, so, yeah, that Keldabe's about to die. This MC-80's about to die. It's getting a recusant back up here, but it's just hitting it with ion cannons, so ion cannons aren't gonna cut it there. This other Bulwark Mark 1's backing it up. Oh, well, that recusant died. This CC interdictor's back here doing absolutely nothing. It could probably be up here supporting its friends since it has a missile jamming field, but I guess it doesn't want to do that today. That thing's engines are about to fail, and this nebula's actually coming up. Oddly enough, all 3 of these frigates are damaged, but they haven't died. Like, they've retreated when they needed to, which is something you don't see very often. And also, the Greater Maldred is doing a lot better. They're actually staying back, and you know, they're shooting the shots they need to, and they're actually getting the kills they need to. So let's speed this up just a little bit so we don't have to keep watching it do things all day. No, this Mark III's moving up, and it should not be. It should destroy the nebula and wait for the Home 1 to engage. But I guess that's not going to happen. Yeah, okay, there goes that nebula, but the Bulwark's shields have been broken. And it's splitting its fire between the Home 1 and the MC-40A. That's not really a smart move, I don't think. Because it should be going after the frigates just to get more kills, because it won't be able to get the Home 1. I think now it's firing 100% on the home one. Yeah, it is, but I don't think it's gonna matter. This thing's almost dead, and it has no more fighters. Is that a K-Wing? No, it's not a K-Wing. Yeah, it's about dead. 2 more hard points, and 2 more fighter squadrons, and the Greater Maldrude will be out of this tournament. Alright, well, that's it. Now it's time for the classic matchup, the Rebel Alliance versus the Galactic Empire. Alright, it is time for the last matchup. So, on this side, we have the Galactic Empire with 2 not victory ones, 2 Imperial 2 Star Destroyers, 1 Tector, now 4 victory ones, and 5 Lancer frigates. And on this side, we have the Rebels with, like their last time, 1 MC-80 Home 1, 2 MC-80 Winged, 3 MC-40As, is it? Yes. And a Nebula, an Assault Cruiser, and 5 CR-90s. So, let's get it going. Looks like the Rebels are making the first move. Empire's staying behind just a little bit. Interesting tactic. I actually would have done the same. Though I would have brought more ships up and actually put them in formation. Maybe brought the Lancers up some, just to deal with the fighters. Rebels are being a bit odd because they're rushing all of their anti-fighter support first, which is going to get them just straight up killed like they are right now, because those octuple turbo lasers on the sides are no joke. Oh, that's why they can't move. They physically have to get up here. Oh, because I have them on my faction side. Interestingly enough. Okay. Yeah, get up there. Alright, I'm not gonna command them anymore. I just wanted them to get forward some, so that they're actually moving forward like the Rebels. I probably should have set them to a different faction so the AI could have controlled them. This is probably going to result in them taking more losses, because the AI won't control them. So, sorry about that, guys, but the Empire just, you know, I have to be the Empire. Like, that's the only way you can play Fleet Builder. So, yeah. Though I feel like the Empire probably would have done this tactic. They would have just held the line and would not have budged at all. So I feel like this is pretty fitting for the Empire. This MC-40A is just getting absolutely destroyed. Yeah, the moment I knew that I was controlling the Empire instead of the AI actually controlling them was whenever the fighters were telling me things, and I was hearing the fighters' voice lines. Because your fighters will always tell you things if you are that faction. Let's get that, stop being derpy. Yeah, but I was like, oh, that's why they're not moving. That makes so much more sense. But the Empire is cleaning up. It might be due to those victory ones, just with that heavy missile output. Oh, it looks like the Star Destroyer actually lost its engines and its hangar. That's one of the good things about the Empire. They will progressively update you on everything that's happening all the time. Yeah, the Imperial 2 is getting hit pretty hard. This Imperial 2's shields are dropping, and this Tector's shields are dropping. But they're actually cracking this Home 1 shields, or, well, about to, at least. Speed this up until they actually do. Okay, they're cracking it now. Somebody in the comments said the Home 1 type should be buffed, or its population cap should be nerfed. I feel like that's probably a good, like, that should happen, because its ion damage is really good, but its turbo laser damage is not. Like, I feel like it's just, they're terrible. Like, for their population size and probably their cost. I've never built one, but for their cost, I feel like they just, yeah, no, it is not good. Oh, well, the New Republic might pull ahead in this one. Actually, I'm gonna do this so they can actually free roam now. Oh, no, not you guys. You guys. You guys. There we go. So now they can actually free roam. Because if they feel like somebody's, you know, coming into their location, they can actually move. So I will say the rebels, or, well, the New Republic, succeeded in taking out 2 Imperial ones, but they did not take out any Lancers, any Victories, or the Tector. So, yeah. Well, that was a good battle. I mean, they've still got like a cluster of ships over here.
Yes, Commander.
Let's just go kill them, because that's they're not gonna move, probably ever. So let's just get everybody over here. Yeah, TIE Bomber Squad, you could stand back. But why are these Lancers so slow? What is their speed? Speed is 1.75. What's Star Destroyer speed? 3. Star Destroyers are faster than... What? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah, just take the fighters out, and then we can actually be done with this. Alright, well, that was cool. I really enjoyed this. If you guys want me to make any more of these, just comment down below, tell me what you want me to make. I'll try and make it. If you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, the notification bell, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.